Does your mum work? What does your mum do for a job? Yeah, like your sex life.
Yeah, well I don't want to know.
Where was I conceived?
Ooh.
What's the most illegal thing you've ever done?
Hi.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, why are you already laughing? We haven't done anything yet.
Karen.
Today we're here with the first Christmas video on my channel, and I thought I would get my mum involved for two reasons. One, it's always funny. Two, limited to who I can get in my videos at the moment, so we are going to be doing a making Christmas cocktails and answering your questions that you want us to both answer. I say both, most of them are actually towards my mum, so it's just basically a get to know my mum whilst we have a drink, with a few questions for me thrown in there.
I'm scared.
You feel like you're in the hot seat?
Just a bit.
Do you want to make the drinks first then? Shall we get the drinks going?
Yeah, I've only had my breakfast, I've not had anything else to eat,
Yeah,
so this might not go
It's
well.
lunchtime. It's lunchtime and there's quite a lot of alcohol involved in these cocktails. Future Molly coming at you, we've now finished our bevs and but if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go and do so down below. As I mention every single time, so many of you that watch aren't subscribed and it really makes a difference. And yeah, please get into the Christmas spirit, subscribe down below, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and we will get right into it. So what you can see now in my extremely messy office is the alcohol table. We have Prosecco, we have rhubarb and ginger gin, and we have cranberry juice here. And essentially this is going to make a Santa Spritz, apparently, according to Pinterest. So
You've not addressed our jumpers.
oh yeah, we're dressed like idiots because Mum went, shall we wear matching Christmas jumpers in this video? And I was like,
Well, mainly it's just because these are the only two Christmas jumpers we have.
that's true, and also this is really small for me, so if you're looking at me thinking, wow, her top's really small, that's because it's my mum's.
You've really not mentioned ever that I'm really small.
You sit up straight. Right, and then this is me sitting up straight next to my mum.
You're leaning forward.
No, because I've moved my chair deliberately further back. Look at how much further back I'm sat. So before we even kick anything off, my mum is actually only 5 foot. I got a comment the other day saying, how tall actually is your mum? And I was like, very little.
How did I produce two such tall children?
I don't know. So the first thing you have to do is fill up the glass half full with Prosecco.
Half full, not half empty.
Half full.
That's a good start.
Yeah. Lizzie Barnett actually got me this, so thanks Lizzie.
Partial to a little bit of Prosecco. Cheers and Merry Christmas.
Oh
That's my tummy rumbling.
Half a glass of Prosecco, this is the first ingredient. If you wanted to follow along at home, apparently a splash of lemonade. We have Morrison's Own.
No, it's not, it's Lidl's Own.
Lidl's Own. Just to, you know, sweeten it up a little bit.
So when?
Pretty much full, Mum, to be honest.
Ooh, that's a lot of cranberry.
It's meant to be like dead Christmassy.
What's it called?
It's called a Santa Spritzer. I've never heard of it before, but
Well, it's red.
I found it on Pinterest.
Do you know what's setting me on edge now?
What?
Have a guess. Look at the table.
There's no coasters.
There's no coasters on the
Would
table.
you like me to get
Yes,
you a
please.
coaster? Okie dokie then. Shall we answer the first question once we do the last shot? I don't know where to start. I never know where to start. This one came up loads. I think we've answered it, but we'll answer it again because people seem to be bothered by it. How do you honestly feel about Molly still living at home? Do you not feel like it's time she left?
Absolutely not. I don't understand why that's even a question.
The wording is really aggressive in that as well. Shall we open the gin?
I just don't understand why that's a question. You literally just turned 21. This is where you should be living.
I think especially at the moment as well, like imagine if I was living by myself, I would have just come home anyway.
What are you doing? That's not a...
So this is rhubarb and ginger gin. Can you see it? I don't know.
Ew.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Here's our little shot measurer.
Is this not just making us look a little bit like alcoholics?
No.
Or is it's only...
It's lunchtime on a regular Saturday.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, we might have gone out for cocktails. Anyway, basically the bottom line of that answer is I don't want to have moved out. I am only 21. If I'd have gone to university, I wouldn't have moved out from my family home yet. Like obviously I would have lived in halls and lived in a different city, but like because I haven't done that, I think people think that I should automatically have just moved out. But I want to travel. I want to be able to afford a house properly. I don't want to just move out for the sake of moving out when I could save up and buy an actual really nice house in like a few years time.
And also, that's why I don't understand why people have asked the question, because most people are still at uni at your age.
Yeah,
So
I think
you
a lot of
wouldn't
people
have.
that ask that are maybe older or think I'm older.
But please don't, because I literally won't have anybody to talk to.
I know. You talk to the dog and the dog talks back
The
miraculously.
dog does talk back.
In a voice done by mum. Shall we try these?
Done them.
What if they're actually minging? Cheers.
Happy Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Chin chin.
Oh, it matches my top.
Oh, it don't smell very nice.
I mean, it's a bit strong with cranberry juice.
Really? I think it's the rhubarb that makes that not very nice. Put it this way, I wouldn't spend £8 on it in like a cocktail bar.
I'm not a fussy drinks type of person, so...
Oh, are you kidding? Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. What do I drink? Pink gin. That's it.
Oh, I thought you meant like I'm not a fussy, I'll drink anything. And I was like, you literally
No,
will only
I'm
drink
not a
wine
fussy
or
drinks.
gin. If Molly was a boy, what would her name be?
Harry.
Easy. We've definitely answered that
Always
before.
Harry.
And if Harry was a girl, if you'd have had 2 girls, what would be the girl's name?
But we couldn't really decide on another girl's name.
I remember it being Lydia.
Yeah, Lucy.
That's
a little voice just...
Lucy or Lydia. Which is jokes because there's a YouTube twins called Lucy and Lydia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was either of those or possibly Maisie as well, I think.
Molly
at
and
some point,
Maisie.
yeah.
What annoys you the most about Molly? Don't say the mess.
The mess.
I'm not messy. I
You
think...
should see the state of this vlog.
No, they've seen it. If they watch
Yeah,
the vlog from the
yeah.
weekend.
She's just messy and I don't know where she gets it from. I'm certainly not.
Dad's messy.
Dad's office is messy. Harry's not messy. So you get it from Dad. There we go.
This is one for me. Tegan asked me.
Hi, Tegan.
Does your
You're
mum...
gonna really rise at me every 5 minutes. Don't give me a drink.
Mum, you haven't had it yet.
I haven't had anything to eat.
What, so you drink off your one sip?
No, I'm only little, don't take much.
You know when they
Right.
say don't work with children and animals?
Your mum.
And mums, that should be on the end of that. Does my mum get on my nerves?
Do I get on your nerves?
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
All the time. I think we... Yeah, I don't think we fight that much.
No.
We definitely fought more when I was younger.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But not so much anymore
No.
now, but you still annoy me. Do you want to know my number 1 top thing that really irritates me?
Yeah.
See if you can guess.
Go on then.
You know. The Hoover. The bloody Hoover every single day.
It could be worse.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
could be a lot worse
that's
than
a
that.
superficial thing, but every day.
I just like to hoover up.
Yeah, but I'll go, I'm just going to film a video, I'm just going to film a clip. And then within 3 seconds of me being like, hi guys, I just hear this in the hallway every day.
Right, well if you weren't so messy, I wouldn't have to keep hoovering up, would I? Do I hoover up too much? Tell me.
Yeah. Does your mum hoover every day? The correct answer to that is no. Right, okay, here's one. This was the most commonly asked question and I actually don't think we have ever answered or addressed it. Does your mum work? What does your mum do for a job? Does your mum work for you? What is your mum's job? Which was an overriding theme of these questions. Do you want to take the stage?
I do not work.
I feel like people probably know that if they watch the vlog.
It's a bit obvious because I'm always around.
Yeah, so no, she doesn't work for me. You're not officially.
Not
work,
officially,
You don't
yeah,
officially
but-
work for me. I mean, she does literally work for me. That's what you spend a lot of time doing.
Yeah, hoovering up around you.
No, I meant more like taking
Yeah,
my
I do.
photos, filming stuff.
That's what
you
I
know.
do. That's what my day consists of.
Yeah, people are gonna think that's really sad though. What did you do before that? You
Yeah.
play it down. You were a full-time mum, and that is a job.
Yeah, I've always been a full-time mum.
Yeah, and then obviously now neither Harry or I are children. You essentially work for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And before that, you worked in the bank.
I worked in a high street bank up until having you, and then I left, and I never had any intentions of going back. I wanted to be a full-time mum, and I could be.
Yeah, that is another big
Yeah.
thing. We've always been in a really lucky position where my dad's been able to make that happen,
Yeah.
which was obviously your choice. If it had been a matter of like we absolutely needed the money, you would have.
Yeah, obviously, but we were in a position where there was nobody that could do the school run to pick you and Harry up and look after you on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's so
it
true.
wasn't possible, and that was the way I wanted it. And a lot of people would choose not to do that anyway because they wouldn't
Yeah,
want
a lot
to.
of people judge that decision, I think, but I also think, why is it anybody else's business?
Exactly,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
it's not.
if you want to do that, you want to do that. Just the same as me doing this job. A lot of people don't think it's a good idea, but I want to do that. So.
Exactly. And when I did work, I really enjoyed it, and I made some really good friends that are still really
Yeah,
good friends now.
yeah. Every time we go into the bank. Every time we go into the bank, it's like, oh, this is never your Molly. I can't believe she's 21. And it's actually really helpful because now you do all my accounts.
Yeah.
All my finances go through mum because she knows what she's doing and I don't, so that's pretty helpful. A lot of other people also ask what my dad did.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what
It's in his office downstairs. That's it.
Do you know what somebody asked me the last time I think I filmed a video with Dad? Somebody asked if he was a spy because we always just say I don't know what he does.
No, it's that film. There's a film with Arnold Schwarzenegger and somebody else, Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, he does something totally different to what she thinks, and it's a bit like that. But he's not a spy.
He's not a spy.
Well, not that we know of.
No, he's not. I've been to his work. What is he? So basically he's always worked in computer software development since he was literally 16,
Yeah.
18, 16.
16.
Left
17.
school. Basically the company he works for sells computer software. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, financial
Financial
software.
computer software. It's very niche. It's a very unique element of computing, and this is incredibly boring, so we're going to move on.
Yeah.
It's a decent job and he obviously likes it. We don't fully understand it. This is one for me. If I was pregnant, would I tell you, or how would I tell you?
Well, you'd have to tell me, wouldn't you? Eventually.
Well, yeah, but if I decided to have the baby, but if I didn't, I wouldn't have to tell
I
you.
see what you mean. Oh, well, why would you not?
Yeah, I would definitely, because I think that, we said this in another video, I'm not like a child now. Like, I don't want to have a child, I don't want to have a baby, but I'm also not like a teenager. What would you react like? How would you react? I think you'd be gutted.
Only in that it would be me that would have to look after it, because you'd be like...
No, it wouldn't.
No, some of the things you sometimes say.
I don't like children, but I'm sure that if I had my own, it would be different.
Well, that was me.
Yeah, exactly. You went from not wanting kids to wanting to be a full-time mum. That turnaround was rapid.
That's true, and a dog.
Yeah. So how would you react?
Just get on with it.
Having a baby, mum.
It's a bit late, isn't it?
You don't want to be a grandma, is that what you're saying?
Not yet.
Okay. What about if you were pregnant, would you tell me?
Now?
Yeah.
Dear God.
I think it would be very weird for me to have a younger sibling now.
You two would be horrified.
I wouldn't be horrified. To be honest, I'd be quite excited about it.
Well, I'm not, so...
Yeah. Is the house that you live in now your parents' forever home? Like, do you plan on staying in this house? Yeah.
No, probably not, actually, no. I mean, you're all set for moving us to Australia, so...
Yeah. I've got Dad on board, so between me and Dad, we're trying to convince Mum and Harry to emigrate to Australia. Because I think Tom would be on board as well if we all went and we were serious. Tom would come with us.
No, we probably won't stay here forever now.
Would you stay in this area, or would you move to like Manchester?
Because Dad can work anywhere, it doesn't really matter where we live. It depends where you and Harry settle.
Yeah, that's so true. Say that we like lived fairly locally to here, but you could pick anywhere. Where would like your dream place to like retire be?
Well, if you were both here, we'd stay here. Not that I don't like living here, but we'd probably... Yeah, I'd like to move again.
This was another overriding theme. I don't know why you guys think that maybe my mum doesn't like Tom, but this was asked a lot, was does your mum actually like Tom? Do you really like Tom?
Think that?
No, you guys comment, does my mum give off the vibe that she doesn't like him?
Tom's part of the family.
I think he actually is.
Yeah, we love Tom. We've known him for so long.
Yeah, that's so true actually. I do feel like he's just like another member of the house.
Yeah.
Harry really gets on.
Yeah, Harry loves him, and also I like Tom because he tidies up after you.
Yeah, that's true. Tom comes round, bless him, and he just starts putting things away like slowly because it annoys him. So if and when we ever do live together, he will absolutely be the person tidying the house up.
You do know you've got to do so much yourself as well, don't you?
No, that's why I'm with you. I'm joking. Where's your favourite place we've been?
Where we've taken you?
Yeah.
Disney, obviously.
Florida.
Yeah,
that's so fair. I think also that's like most, well, not every parents, but a lot of parents' dream is to be able to take their children to Disney World. And like the fact that you've always been able to, well, not always been able to do that, but we've done that a lot. We've been really lucky that we've done that a lot.
Yeah, I've taken you to Lapland as well, that was nice.
Yeah, I think, I'm not gonna lie, don't massively remember Lapland.
Yeah. Even though we should do it again.
I would love to do it again. I would so go again.
Expensive day out.
Yeah, it is. But I wasn't even that young. I think I was about 9. So I don't know why I don't remember it. But
see, again, I can't remember how old you were, but we lived in this house.
A couple of quick fire ones for you. These were inspired by watching Jasmine do this with her mum Julie, who is hilarious. Both of them are hilarious. But
the last time we saw Julie was last Christmas. Do you remember?
Yeah. So obviously, I don't know if you guys know, we live quite close to Jasmine and Sophie, and we bumped into her mum and asked, didn't we? And we just had the longest chat, and she is the funniest lady. She is so jokes. So Julie, if you're watching, hi. So this was another popular one actually. Before we get into some Julie-inspired ones, was what has COVID taught you? If 2020 has taught you one lesson, that you've got it. I'm going to cover this because you cough all the time. Mum had, what is it called?
I had whooping cough when I was little.
Whooping cough as a child, and she just has like a permanent cough. So like it flares up.
I don't realise I'm doing it.
But it's not an illness, it's like just a lung issue from when she was little. This year has not been ideal for that. Mum goes into a supermarket and she's like, but for me that's normal.
Thanks, that makes me sound really pleasant.
It sounds like you smoke.
I don't smoke.
No, you don't smoke. And it's just not, it's not great. Everybody looks at you.
I actually think it's a habit now.
Yeah, I think it is, like a nervous tick.
Yes, I've got a nervous tick as well. It's not going well for me, this, is it? It's a good question, that.
What?
What you just... Oh, no, I've got...
Okay.
I think it's a really good question, that, because I've thought about it quite a lot. I think it's taught a lot of people a lot of things, and I think it's made people realise that there's a lot of things you don't need that you think you do.
Yeah, maybe that's true actually. Also, this jumper really doesn't fit me. It's really long and I've rolled it up. That's why it looks like this. Go on, what's your top thing? Because I know what mine is.
Do dear.
I think obviously everybody has dealt with this situation completely differently.
And that's fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just like anything, like, you know, people have different views on absolutely everything. Politics, religion, like blah blah blah, everybody has different views. That's okay. But I think this year more than ever it has highlighted just like what's important to me in my life, and maybe how that doesn't align with some people. You know what I mean? It's just solidified what I think I want from life, really, and if it doesn't match up with other people, then
yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I talk about it a lot with Tom, and I think in some ways it's really like not helped me and Tom, but we've managed to like not work out that we want the same thing, but if anything it's probably brought us closer because we've spent more time just like at home. This year we spent a lot more time talking about like what we want from the future and being more on the same page than probably ever.
I think you've dealt with it well.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when I'm tantruming all the time.
Apart from your odd tantrums.
Sometimes I just like have a bit of a meltdown.
But that's fine. But you see, it's not affected me anywhere near as much as it has you. The only thing it's affected me is going out and going away.
So your social side of it and holidays.
Yeah.
And
but day to day, I'm used to everybody working at home.
Yeah, that is another thing in our house. Obviously, my dad works from home already. I would say both me and dad work from home 50% of the time. Okay, this question's got really long. Now we're going to go to the quick fire. Here's the cough.
You're not drinking as much as me.
Oh, fine. The Jasmine and Julie inspired questions. So, where were you when you found out you were pregnant with me?
Oh, well, I was poorly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Literally, where was I?
Yeah.
I was at the doctor's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was poorly and we had to call the doctor out in the middle of the night. So I remember the doctor coming out. It must have been at some social event, do you remember those? He had like a full dinner suit on with a dicky bow and everything, and he must have been on call. It was in the days when doctors came out.
Why was he at a dinner party in the middle of the night?
Well, it was maybe like midnight or whatever, but I was in bed and I was really poorly, so Dad called the doctor and he examined me and he said come to the surgery the next day, and he made me an appointment for an emergency scan.
You found out you were having a baby because of a scan?
Yeah, kind of. I can't really remember.
What's the most illegal thing you've ever done?
Most illegal thing I've ever done? Nothing.
I don't know, but I'm sure in your youth you were quite the little rebel. So underage drinking?
Oh, yeah.
Drugs?
No, I've never done drugs.
Really?
No.
You've never done drugs?
No.
Look me in the eye and tell me
Never.
you lived through the 80s and the 90s.
Never, ever. And I didn't go to university.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, that is
And I'm
true.
not saying that if you go to university that's what you do, but...
Oh, but it's way more easy to be influenced,
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so you've never done drugs. What about smoking?
No.
That's a lie!
Like once or twice.
You had boyfriends that smoked?
Oh, yeah. I think Dad's the only person that didn't.
Do you think if Dad had have smoked, you would have smoked?
No, because I grew up in a household.
I grew up in a household, full stop.
No, my dad smoked, so...
He didn't smoke when I was little, though.
No, he gave up when I was little.
But it was just normal, wasn't it?
Everybody smoked.
Like,
and
we're
it was
watching
awful.
The Crown at the moment, and the amount that they all smoke in The Crown, it just blows my mind. But, like, in the 60s and the 70s, that was just...
Everybody. Although, having said that, it was only my dad. My brothers never ever did, and my mum never did.
Really? Oh, that doesn't mean wrong. Wow, 44-second voice recording.
Maybe it's a question.
Is it like bright pink, baby pink?
I love new. Okay, we've gone. This video is so all over the shop. This
That's
edit's
got
going to take me
nothing
for
to do
ages.
with it.
Did you have any expectations of me growing up that I have succeeded or maybe have not succeeded? Like, say if somebody had have asked you when I was 13, what do you think Molly's going to go on to do? What do you want Molly to do? What would you have thought?
I don't think you should really set expectations for your children because they're all different. Because even though you brought up exactly the same, like you and Harry are totally different.
So, yeah, that's so true, isn't it?
But you nurture
I
thing,
think
I guess.
that is more school and education and friends. Like Harry and I have been
Yeah,
in
because
separate
it's influence.
schools.
Yeah, and that wasn't through choice.
No.
We wouldn't have put you through two separate schools. It was just where we live and how it is.
I feel like some people might not know, most people do know. Harry and I did not go to the same high school because in our town it is an all boys school and an all girls school, and that's like just how it is.
Yeah.
I do think that people that come from a mixed education background generally become maybe more well-rounded as young adults.
When you were little, and we used to go to Grandad's all the time, he always used to say, Molly will be famous in some way or other. He always used to say that, do you remember?
No.
Yeah, he did. Not that you're famous, but that you're doing something where you're out there, sort of thing. I mean, he wouldn't understand what you did.
No, bless him, we really wouldn't.
It would be so difficult to explain. But expectations, I don't think you should really set them.
Are you feeling the bev? You are? Yeah, I'm looking forward to my vegan sausage roll. What is one thing that we don't really ever speak about? I saw this on Saffron Barker's podcast.
With a mum?
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
Do you mean you heard it on a podcast?
Sorry, yeah, I heard it on the podcast. What is one thing we don't speak about?
Yeah, I don't get too involved in like what you and Tom get up to.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, like sex life.
Yeah, well, I don't want to know.
If if we did talk about it, it wouldn't be that weird.
No, I'm just thinking now if I would have ever had that conversation with my mum, and that would have like absolute no.
Why?
Because it just wasn't a done thing back then.
But I think if I had something that I really wanted to like say or like ask you, I wouldn't.
No, but that's good. Whereas there's no way I could have done that.
But why?
Just because it's a generational thing, and don't forget my
also,
mum.
yeah, your parents were a lot older.
Yeah, because I came along.
Mum was basically an accident 20 years after her brothers were born.
Cool. 20.
16.
I'm here.
Now so am I.
You wouldn't be here without that.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit worried about your generation because, like, I feel like you just didn't know anything, and then you all left school at 16 with like absolutely no knowledge of anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there anything else you think we don't speak about?
No, not really. To be fair, that the other way around, but I don't want to. Exactly.
I actually think it'd be funny.
Oh God! Like what? What do you want to know?
Where was I conceived?
Ooh.
I know where Harry was conceived.
Do you?
I remember it well. You just said it a few years ago, yeah.
Did I? I actually don't know.
Well, I must have been conceived in like January, and that's right miserable.
Harry's easy, he's Valentine's.
Yeah, I know. Harry's born on the 14th November, like half the population, so.
Yeah, no, I don't know, so it can't have been anywhere like out of the ordinary.
Cool, so you went on holiday?
No, I don't think so. Well, no, not if it was January. I've never heard that before.
I have told you that.
Molly's just told me the funniest thing ever, but we can't say it.
No, we really can't say it. It's not about us and it's mean.
It's not mean.
Well, it might be.
It might be.
I remember Harry being born, but obviously I could be adopted.
No, you definitely look like Dad, whereas Harry only looks like me.
So we are both your children, but we look nothing like each other.
No, do you remember at school, at primary school, every single teacher, when Harry started, they'd be like, I had no idea that you two were siblings.
And also because Thompson is such a common surname, there's no reason why we would be related. You alright? So you don't know where I was conceived? That's really rubbish. Your firstborn child.
Sorry, Dad might.
What are you laughing at now?
The fact that... Just leave that bit in.
Anything you want to ask me?
If I annoy you so much, why? What are you doing?
I don't know.
If I annoy you so much, why do you not want to move out?
You don't annoy me that much.
If I stop hoovering, I won't annoy you at all.
No, that's just a little thing. I don't think that we fight that much. And I don't want to move out because it's expensive. Because...
Sorry. When you move out, will it be on your own or with Tom?
With Tom, I think, if we're still together. No, I always say that because people...
Why do you say that?
Because,
why do you always say that?
Because I don't want
Have you got
to be...
somebody else in the wings?
No, but I feel like you can never guarantee. Like, I don't want a video to be like, oh, we might have broken up, to come completely out of the blue, in the sense that like people think we're going to get married.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because we've been together for a long time. And obviously in my head, I think that we are going to stay together, and so does Tom. And we talk about the future all the time.
Aww.
But for the sake of YouTube, just in case, because it's such a big commitment to put it online and to have people so invested in a relationship that isn't theirs. Yeah, I think that, you know, just to cover my own back, it's like, well, yeah, if we're still together, we will move in together. In my own head, in my personal life, I don't have any goal to move out without him.
Will you get married?
Yeah, I'd like to get married. I'm more excited to get engaged than to get married. I'd love to get engaged, but not yet. Yeah, probably then get married. That's what comes after.
Get married as in like the huge...
No, I want to get married abroad, and so does Tom actually, so that's something we've both agreed on. If we were to get married, we wouldn't get married in England, I don't think. You just want a holiday.
No, I just think if I'd have asked you that years and years ago,
yeah,
I would have been horrified.
Why?
If you didn't want like the big Minster wedding, because we have such a lovely church.
Right, so this is the only thing that puts me off that. My parish church, and I am christened, is the most beautiful building, and it would just be beautiful to get married in. I'm not really religious, I'm not particularly Christian, but Tom and I are both christened in that same church, and it would just be, it would be beautiful. Yeah. But I don't think I want like the big white wedding and like all of my extended family and everybody I've ever met and all of his extended family and everybody he works with. Like I don't want that. So.
I don't agree with that now. Looking back and like looking at people your age now, put all the money into your future, not into the wedding.
100%. I would way rather have a house. We're going to end this here because the video is going to cut out. My battery is going to die. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's been very long. Can you feel the alcohol?
Yeah.
I actually really can. There is like a whole bottle of little Prosecco and a double shot of gin. And we haven't eaten anything.
That makes me sound really lightweight. I've like literally had one drink.
Oh no, I'm not drunk. But
if I was out, I wouldn't have felt that. No, I wouldn't. Not one.
Mum, you would.
Not one.
One drink in a pub with you and Mum's like...
No, I'm really not.
Right, anyway, this is going to be a nightmare for me to edit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I think we've answered some questions we haven't answered before.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to see my mum in any more drinking
Please
videos.
say no.
She doesn't want to, so that's that. Do you know what I want? I want to film one with Harry. He's old enough to drink now. Thank you so much for watching. Do give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe down below if you're new to my channel. Other than that, I'll be back on Thursday with another Christmas themed video. Ooh. And I have a bonus video up on Friday this week because it's Black Friday. So yeah, subscribe so that you don't miss those. What are you laughing at?
Right, you're just laughing at me.
How do you know they're laughing?
I would imagine people are just laughing at me.
Bye guys.